going to be in the main event. We knew it was going to be Cena and Rusev. We knew it was going to be this ladder match or intercontinental match involving 4 people. Now they made it a little bit much, but we'll talk about it later. You knew. I'm trying to think. You knew the tag team situation. There was going to be, the tag teams. It was going to be in it.
Yeah.
But who's going to have to pull the dark match, though? That's the question.
Right. Who's going to be
the curtain?
Who's going to be the kickoff show?
That's what. Yeah.
Do you mean the pre-match or do you mean the start of WrestleMania?
I mean both. I want to know what the start of WrestleMania.
The start of the match is going to be the ladder match. It's got to be. It'll be the intercontinental match. Unless you do the tag match. I wouldn't do the tag match first, though.
That makes me think that's going to be the pre-show.
I could see that being the pre-show.
No, the tag.
The tag.
And it will be. There'll be the dark match.
You see, that's a mistake. You don't put the tag team titles on. You
don't.
You put. You see, the perfect match to do what they were going to do would have been Cody versus Goldust. That would have been great. Good kickoff match.
Absolutely.
Or you know what the match is going to be. It's going to be this guy versus Mizdow.
I'm okay with that.
That's going to be the show.
As a pre-show? Great.
And the reason I say Mizdow is so over, okay? You want to start the match with a guy that has is charisma. You want to get the crowd going to start. You don't want it to be like in WrestleMania 27, it was freaking Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, that was
it just the two of them don't fit well together. Yeah. And that was the beginning of WrestleMania. No, that was the pre-show match, excuse me. The first match to kick it off was God, I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was the core match was later on, which is horrible.
The core?
Yeah, the core versus the Big Show now.
What was the match that they had? Tag team titles a couple years back, and it changed hands. And I could not remember. I want to say Carlito was a part of that match.
That's many years ago now.
Yeah, it was many years ago. But that brings me to the point that we were talking about, though. If it's a title change, I don't put it on a pre-show.
No, you don't put a title change. That's the reason I would not put the when you're big titles, I would not put on the show. Now, if it's a European title or a hardcore title, sure, you can put that on the pre-show. But you don't put a Divas title. You don't put a World. When you only have so many titles, you don't put it on the pre-show.
I don't think you put any title on WrestleMania as the pre-show. I'm sorry. It's WrestleMania. The belts. It's like Night of Champions.
You see, for example, the Divas match would be great for the pre-show, but you can't because it's the Bellas versus AJ and Paige, and they're too over. You could do a Natalya versus Naomi match to start WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
I wouldn't. I would really go with, and I would rather have the Miz and Mizdow for WrestleMania than pre-show. But I understand if they did. Like for me this year, one of the best pre-show matches has been WLC.
Yeah,
because it was entertaining.
It was very, very.
You need something to get the crowd going. Because if they come out flat, the first match of the night is gonna have to be great and get the crowd back into it.
That's why you get Mizdow.
Right.
Because Mizdow will pull that crowd. He would be a perfect curtain jerker.
He's red hot right now, too.
Absolutely.
He's a curtain jerker now? Dirty?
Yeah,
he's a curtain jerker? Yeah.
For WrestleMania, he is.
All right.
Does look like a curtain jerker.
But anyway, going back to Raw. Orton, comes out, talks trash to him. They all go commercial. It goes commercial break. And then we had Daniel Bryan versus Barrett with R-Truth on commentary. What? Bryan wins with the running knee to the face. After the match, Barrett then bullhammers Bryan after Ambrose attacks Barrett. And then we have Stardust comes out for a match versus Ambrose. Let me get through this and then we'll talk about this. Stardust versus Ambrose. Ambrose wins with Dirty Deeds. Wade Barrett comes out. Daniel Bryan comes out. Luke Harper comes out. Dolph Ziggler comes out. And R-Truth steals the Intercontinental title in a bag. Barrett takes the bag from Truth. It was a paper title. It looks like the one you bought. Truth has the real one. All right. Now let's talk about this. What I didn't like about this segment, you don't let certain people come out to their video entrance, their entrances, but you played this for what was this, 30 minutes, 45 minutes almost. It seemed like of guys coming out. You play their video. It felt clumpy. It very, very clumpy to me.
It felt just unorganized.
Unorganized, yeah. It felt like the bad guys were running the asylum.
Yeah.
It felt very unorganized.
Like it's like, oh well, we don't go to commercial break. Here's a new match. Like why did we have? It felt like we had 3 matches in one match.
Yeah, just like yeah, exactly. Just a couple weeks ago, we had primetime players come back that you don't play their entrance, but you do this kind of crap. I don't understand.
I'm just glad that the Ascension was not on there. I tried to like them.
What are you talking about? Raw?
Yeah, when you were talking about the primetime players, they just.
Oh yeah.
Because to me, that would have been even more clumpy is to force something like that. Like I just don't like them.
Well, no, we're talking about the Intercontinental match, how they threw them all out together, not how the Ascension. I'm talking about how they clumped everybody together and they didn't take a break. But a couple weeks ago, primetime players come out and they don't even get a video package.
Yeah.
But you don't clump this segment. It felt like a really clumpy segment to me.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't, and I know you're sick of it. I'm sick of seeing R-Truth on freaking commentating.
If you're going to turn him heel, I'm good with that. I'm okay with it.
But they won't turn him heel. Like, he's not turning heel. He's talking to the heel announcer, and he's being rude to the non-heel announcer, but he still won't turn heel. He goes like this when he tries to steal something, like he's a fox in the woods or something. Makes no sense. I don't like R-Truth right now, because they have buried him. He cannot come back from this. I really hope this is his last WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
He hates him.
Look, I know I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, but I hate R-Truth because of how they're using him right now. He's not comedy. Don't you start with me right now. He's not comedy. Yeah. How many times do you remember R-Truth? He was actually serious at one point. James always said about the Confederate thing.
Yeah.
The Confederate, or what was the Confederate flag or whatever he did?
Soldier,
yeah.
Yeah.
How would you be a Confederate flag?
You could be. Thanks for figuring that out. No, but this is the thing I don't understand, though. Why is he the comedy of this? You have all these guys, and none of them make any sense. Like, they're not gelling together. Any of these guys, to me, don't gel well together.
Listen, here's the problem with this, okay? They had a good story when they had Dolph and they had Daniel Bryan and Barrett, and Ambrose. You should have left it there. You should have had the 4 of them, everybody else different match. Do whatever the hell you want, but you're not in this match. They should have left it like that. And that's the reason this segment felt clumpy, is because this Intercontinental title situation is clumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. But hopefully, and I got some news to add to that after we talk about SmackDown. There's another person probably being added to the situation. But we'll talk about it. Then we got the video for the Warrior Award, and it's Connor the Crusher is going in the Hall of Fame as the Warrior Award.
I'm all right with that.
Awesome.
I see what they're doing. They're doing it because of all the Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff they've done, and they've done and the kid deserves it because I probably know who's going to induct him in there. It's going to be Daniel Bryan. It makes sense because, but I'm glad they did that, and I'm glad they're doing something for the Warrior because I know they still feel, they just got on a new lead with the Warrior because it seemed like stuff was,
Can we please do away with the celebrity wing now? If we're doing this, can we please get the celebrity wing out of the Hall of Fame?
We should.
Or just stop doing it?
Yeah, like you
But
can
I
still
think
stay, but just no more.
But I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're doing it for Connor, so it's awesome. Heyman's in the ring. They show a Reigns video package. He introduces Lesnar. And once again, the mic cuts off on Heyman. He says if someone wants the title, come get it. If Brock wants to unify the WWE title and the UFC title, he will.
Could you see that happening?
It's a possibility.
I mean,
Because say what you want. I think Dana White and Vince McMahon have a good relationship.
oh, he would love it, though. They would both love it.
I think they work together. I do. Because you don't lose CM Punk and Brock Lesnar comes to WWE. And I think they have some sort of relationship with each other.
Yeah.
Even though Vince has said bad things about UFC before.
That's...
But I think that's all for show and tell.
yeah. I think, like...
I still think the CM Punk thing is some show and tell.
You think there's a work somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you. It's just I can't.
God, Jesse the Bobby Ventura conspiracy.
Wait a second. So you're saying you think Punk is there not under WWE, but WWE is kind of putting him in there, like
I think WWE
kind of like a bug.
I think they work with UFC a little bit. I don't think it's a total. We hate you guys. You hate us. You're fake. We're not.
So you think?
I don't think that's all true.
But
I think it's all about the money.
I feel
So you
they've been
think
doing
White
that for a
and-
while,
Huh?
though. With
Okay.
Ken Shamrock, remember?
Yeah.
Because Ken Shamrock was a UFC champion, and then he
Well,
went to WWE.
Look, yeah. And think about it. Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, CM Punk. These guys go to these UFC events.
Yeah.
Okay, and they go, and people know them when they go. It makes the UFC money.
I mean,
when
they
they
do the
see
same
the
thing with
Undertaker.
boxing.
A couple years
doing it all.
ago, when it was Undertaker you got to understand when Undertaker was at Brock Lesnar's fight.
Yeah.
Okay, Undertaker was there, and Brock Lesnar turned to him, and they had a stare down, and all these rumors
Yeah.
started, and that's where this matchup came from. Look, I don't think it's totally. It's not like you're in TNA and you can't talk to other people.
Here's my thing, and this is what I was thinking in my head, and I don't think this will ever happen. But could you see if Brock Lesnar goes to UFC? Could you see a grudge match between him and CM Punk?
No way.
No, different weight.
I know they're
class.
different weight classes,
Yeah.
but grudge matches
No.
don't matter.
No.
Grudge matches
No.
can be anything.
He would destroy CM Punk.
Yeah,
That's
in
what
a
I.
fight.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But
I gotta say though, he has he looks built a lot.
CM
He's
Punk?
a lot more defined. Yeah, than he was.
Yeah.
And I saw pictures. He's
Really?
defined now.
okay.
So he's really working at it.
All right, he's going up against the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. I know that's what's going to happen.
We'll see. But I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they're in the pockets of WWE or UFC, vice versa. I just think they have a relationship with each other where if they can make money, they will make money.
Yeah,
It don't matter
yeah.
what it is.
No, I agree completely with you
Because
it's going to happen.
You're getting ready to have the fight of the century come up. You got Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's-
And you have to do something, to get some buzz going to UFC again.
It's going to be the number one selling pay-per-view of all time.
Right. There's $300 million.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
But
God.
I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's conspiracy. I'm just saying I think it's a little bit friendlier than you think.
But that would be really cool if they not unified the titles, but I'm saying you had one champion that was a UFC and WWE. You know how much history that would. I know Brock Lesnar's already going into the Hall of Fame. We all do. We all know it. That would make him go in a lot quicker.
No, no matter what, he's in, dude. But
Yeah.
he doesn't have to win that. I don't think they do unify the titles, though. I don't think they do because you can't. It's different.
No, but have one guy hold it just one time.
Yeah.
See what happens.
He might be champion at the same time. I could see him being champion at the same time, and then, he's not going to have a fight that soon, so hopefully he won't because he'll have to be the UFC champion at some point it's too